Chino.
You have new work?
Yeah,
Which one?
that one. The steel is from the Tom Nevers water tower.
What's the name of it?
Tom Nevers head.
Beautiful, man.
Thanks.
That's the original color? You didn't
Yeah,
colorize it?
no, I fucking played around with it, but this is the original color, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And this is sort of,
You did a little bit to it, huh? It looks really great.
yeah. I like it.
Yeah, I like this one.
Yeah, because it's got some,
I like where it sits, too.
I like the
it's just,
patina
yeah,
on the
yeah,
tape,
George
the whole
just
thing, yeah.
decided it.
Are you dance ballet? Do ballet? Dance ballet?
How you doing, buddy? You know the lady?
So it is just I think it's 2 or 3.
What's up?
Good. So I'm
Jill?
happy to be here. This looks amazing.
Yes, I'm so curious because it's new.
Is that Jill? I thought that was
Good to see you. Yeah, I remember. I put it in my calendar. I called Jeff and I was like, very intense.
When I go to his I have the understanding that his boss very quickly realized.
Today is a very special event. Silvio Catani came from Italy and he has in his work like a new vision and follows up the ideals of the Cobra. The Cobra is a group which was founded 49 in Paris, and the idea was, I wrote it today also in the I have a little article, to understand that the emotional part of your brain is the main part which is connecting you with somebody and understanding a painting. So Silvio is one of the late follower of the Cobra and tries to put his brain aside and tries to feel it, and the experience which I have, why I'm so excited and understand it more, is my granddaughter Ava. I painted with her when she was 4 years old. This is a mother, Christine, that she was so creative and she did not think and she did not have any theory, and it touched you. So I think, Christine, do you like to say something to this idea, or Billy first, because he has an idea also to say something, because we talked together and we said, you know, everything has to be emotional in order to be art. And this I was impressed.
Well, I think I was talking about, in my process, it becomes a very emotional process. But it's a creative process, so it should be. I mean, it would be weird if it wasn't emotional, because it's a mystery, as we know. I've tried to explain it to myself, and I don't understand
It is.
how it works, but I also don't care how it works. I know it works, and I know if I'm attentive, it works, and becomes very emotional. Trying to maneuver things the way you want them, and figuring out when the accidents are good, and it's a very emotional experience, and I think that's what Dorte and I were originally talking about.
And I think Christine is a psychologist. I think she has also some ideas about the theme, knowing and having her daughter seeing how creative she is, and then translating it now to the new work of Catani, who is demonstrating a little bit that he uses more his emotion side than the brain side.
Yeah, I mean, having a 5-year-old daughter is an amazing experience to see how little fear she has, whatever she touches, and especially when it comes to paint, being around artists, and my mother especially, she is such a lovely teacher. They were just sitting there and it was like a game, taking this color and that, and I remember one of the most intense painting phases of her was when I started reading fairy tales to her. So we read Hansel and Gretel. And after I read with her Hansel and Gretel, and while I read it, I was like, this is violent. I mean, the witch, the oven, and everything, and her listening. And then at one point she said to me, Mom, why are fairy tales so mean? I'm like, yeah. Actually, this is very true. We bake the witch. And then it was very quiet after I read with her. And I thought, what is she doing? And I walked back our hallway and she came with a painting to me. There was the witch. She had big turquoise teeth hanging in huge. And behind was in yellow Gretel. And she said, look, she has her shoes. She even has shoelaces. She was very small. And then there was in blue Hansel. And she made the oven. But if you see the painting, it's maybe this big because I put a lot of paper in her room. It's like this big. And the witch's head is like this. And the teeth are literally one tooth is like this. And I put it on the wall. It's fantastic. And she isn't thinking who thinks it's good or not. She started and created that space like a professional. I was like, this is amazing. Without thoughts, you can bring, you don't even need the technique. You just need to have the courage to start and to put your pen somewhere. And it went like this so fast. And when I see this, you think like there's only an hour and then it starts here and there. And it's almost like an instrument. When you are an adult, you have to learn. When you are a child, you jump over that whole phase and you become a professional for a period of time. You like, it's just flowing and then you lose it because conscious kicks in and suddenly the awareness of what other people think. And Silvio made the jump he jumped over that phase of knowledge. He is so in his emotions that he just starts painting and all his thoughts disappear and he can do what she can do in her innocence. He can do in his knowledge.
I think that's so interesting about this whole philosophy. Maybe we asked Silvio whether he wants to say anything about the Copra idea of this naivety, not naivety, but the emotional capacity, how you start today to paint the picture. Can you ask that?
Vuoi raccontare qualcosa di com'è il tuo processo, il tuo approccio emozionale all'opera?
Il mio approccio è fondamentalmente io parto da una dimensione anche molto poetica, molto letteraria quasi.
I start with a very simple dimension, taking inspiration by literature,
music,
Poetry,
poetry,
music.
music.
C'è sempre questa dimensione poetica che è una suggestione che io vado a interpretare, ma
It's
non
a
è,
suggestion that I make like a rule.
sì, ma non è una interpretazione didascalica, ma è emozionale.
It's
Cioè,
emotional, like
Yes.
Billy said. It's emotional,
no didascalica.
not didascalica.
So I think it's interesting. Do you think how long will you follow this paint on this? Just until the sun is setting, or because it changes so much? It changes incredible.
Quanto pensi di lavorare, ad esempio, su questo pezzo qui, che cambia con la luce, cambia.
C'è una continua evoluzione
Esatto.
e una continua
Evolution.
sovrapposizione
And
di strati.
Yes, there is ground after ground after ground.
La forma, le forme
Shapes
arrivano da
comes,
sole. Le forme arrivano da sole.
by themselves. I just moved
Come se fosse una lievitazione.
an evocation, levitation.
Le forme,
Yes,
Yeah, the shapes.
it's amazing. I thank you. Is anybody who wants to say something about what you think about this painting? What is your feeling, impression? It is more than contemporary art. It is not a theme. It is not a sky, but it is a blue. It could be a sky, but it never is that what you.
Questo è un omaggio a Nantucket. Sto
This is
pensando.
for Nantucket. This piece is for Nantucket.
Landschaft, paesaggio,
The landscape.
Nantucket
No,
feeling.
no.
The
Inspired
feeling you
me.
had here, the
la
sky.
casa di Dirt,
The dirty house.
So I think
My
this
studio,
is
the sky.
e poi Billy, la scultura di Billy.
very, very nice
Billy
that
che
you all
lavora.
came here.
No, è molto bella, voglio dire,
I want to say something.
questa combinazione che Duerte
This combination,
ha pensato,
Duarte made possible
reso possibile con Billy, perché abbiamo trovato
We found
anche delle similitudini
the similarities,
Yeah.
nelle forme,
Yeah.
nel segno,
the shapes, the side, the sign.
perché il suo
Yeah.
lavoro è un lavoro segnico sostanzialmente, è ferro pesante ma è molto leggero.
Because your work is
Sta-
is heavy. It's heavy. The sculpture, but it's
Sensitive.
it's like a sign. It's like a sign in the
È
sky.
leggero.
It's
So I think they fit fantastic
Yep,
together.
thank you. Yeah.
It is
Just,
wonderful for
Pesante,
a gallerist
ma
to have
leggero.
somebody
Yeah.
working in steel and working on paper.
Yeah.
Io vado a
because
questo,
That's right.
I
That's
thank
better.
you,
Yeah.
everybody, and it was
Yes,
great
Cioè,
that you
ma
came
io vado
from
avanti,
Italy.
ci dici che è una
And an
cosa,
assistant, a translator even.
le cose-
And Billy, I thank him because without Billy we would not have this evening because he helped so much and has always the best advice. And
no, forse si
I
può
thank
dire,
you.
si può dire qualcosa sulla
I
tecnica,
thank
no?
everybody, and I thank also Gino Gang, who always comes to these events and gives us a good memory for later. Thank you.
Thank you. Io lavoro.
Did you meet my son?
Viene,